So despite all the bearish predictions last year, 2023 has started with a bang for crypto. Gala is up 115%, AVAX is up 34%, and even Sandbox is up over 33% in the last week alone. But if you guys remember the Alex Becker trickle-down thesis, you'll know that this is just the tip of the iceberg. And for every $1 billion market cap crypto out there up 20%, there is a little known microcap coin ready to go on a 20x run. I mean, let's just take a look at the last bull cycle. When everybody had their eyes fixed on a 50% Ethereum pump, there was a little known crypto called Polygon that went from just 2 cents to over $2, giving you a 100x return on your investment. Now that one made a lot of millionaires. So even though right now we've got Sandbox, Avalanche, and Gala all riding the gain train, in this video I'm going to show you 3 crypto alternatives with much smaller market caps and debatably better projects. And if this bull run was to continue, it's only a matter of time until their narrative hits the mainstream and they absolutely explode. All I ask in return is you hit that like button below, put on your gain train hat, and let's jump in. So in case you have forgot, here's a really quick crash course on how this economic philosophy works. This is the get rich quick trickle down thesis that Alex Becker has been yelling about for about a year. First, the S&P 500 influences Bitcoin price, Bitcoin influences the top 10 cryptos, the top 10 cryptos influence the top 100 cryptos, the top 100 the top 1,000, and finally all the microcap altcoins in the top 10,000 coins pump. But here is the key. Historically, the further up this chart you get, the juicier the returns. This is true in both a bear market where you lose more money, but also a bull market where you make more money. And why does this happen? Well, basically because they have smaller market cap, it just takes a lot less money to be invested in a smaller project to actually move the needle. For example, if Cardano had a $10 billion market cap, you need $10 billion extra dollars of value to enter that project in order to double it. But if you find an alternative with a $10 million market cap, you just need $10 million to double that token and double your investment. So what are these 3 bull market alternatives with way lower market caps and debatably better technology? I'll let you decide for yourself. Well, the first one is an alternative to AVAX. An Avalanche is essentially a layer 1 scaling solution to Ethereum that saw a huge return in the last bull cycle. It allows up to 4,500 transactions per second and currently has a fully diluted value of $11 billion. Then we have a awesome token called Casper. This is Casper with a K and it doesn't end in an I, K-A-S-P-A. And it was launched just 6 months ago. And in my opinion, it is a much better scaling solution for Ethereum than Avalanche. It currently has a market cap of just $100 million despite being the fastest blockchain in the world, and it claims to be both highly secure with no sacrifice given to decentralization. So how is that possible? Well, Casper is the world's first block DAG as opposed to blockchain. And put as simply as possible, on Avalanche, you must wait till the last block is finalized before starting a new block of transaction. But in block DAGs, you can have blocks confirmed in a non-linear way, giving you horizontal scaling, which allows you, of course, to process way more transactions than a blockchain. And interestingly enough, Casper have opted into Bitcoin's original proof of work consensus protocol. But to speed it up, because we all know Bitcoin is slow, and they want to speed it up not just a little bit, but literally to the speed of light. Casper is attempting to use something called optical mining, which is essentially mining but with lasers. And this is based on the amazing theory that photons travel way faster than electrons. Okay, so this all sounds pretty cool and a little bit nuts, but anyone could come along and throw together a website that says they use lasers for mining, they're the fastest blockchain in the world, and that they've magically solved the blockchain trilemma. So how legitimate is this team and this project? Well, their founder is Jonathan Sompolinsky, a brilliant Harvard postdoctorate. And Jonathan started gaining reputation back in the cryptocurrency academic circles in 2013, when him and Professor Zohar conceived of the Ghost Protocol, which is the foundations of the block DAG that they're currently using. This protocol is famous for being cited in the Ethereum white paper as a design goal, which in my personal opinion is the best narrative going for this project. They also have a guy called Zhao Yang as an advisor to their company DAG Labs. Now Zhao has a pretty insane resume as well. He co-created Farmville and was the creator of My Mini Life Inc., which sold to Zynga Games and became the most common technology platform powering 150 million monthly users. So the Casper project has really done everything right so far. They launched without a pre-mine, they're very focused on being open sourced and community run, and they have a really active, awesome community with an amazing social narrative. The Casper ticker symbol is KAS, and despite the crazy bear market over the last 6 months since launching, they're up over 1,000%. Which takes us to the next token that absolutely exploded this week, Gala Game. And funny enough, Gala Games is actually run by one of the creators of Zynga, that same Web2 gaming company that is now worth over $10 billion. And something's going on with Gala at the moment because it's up over 100% despite the market only being up about 10%. And this is no small feat either, because just like we talked about with the higher market cap cryptos, it's harder to get a 2x. And Gala has a fully diluted market cap of almost 1.5 billion, meaning they've added $750 million of value to their project in just the last week. But there is a smaller cap alternative to something like Gala out there in the crypto gaming world, a project that only has a $200 million fully diluted market cap. And that is Ultra, UOS. Because unlike Gala, they actually developed their own game. Ultra aim to be the Steam, or sort of like the Apple App Store infrastructure that allows other developers to come along and submit it to their store, and instead of having to develop the games themselves, they just take a commission for any of their sales. Ultra was founded in 2017 by professional CSGO teammates David Hansen and Nicholas Gillot. And fast forward to today, they have just under 100 employees, and just like Gala, they have some pretty legit heavy hitters on their payroll. David Hansen was the CEO of Xiaobo Wang, a $100 million Chinese game console company. Nicholas's gaming consulting firm worked with huge game companies to help them make more money with their games. His clients included Chinese gaming juggernaut Tencent Games, who, if you didn't know, published the 2017 Honor of Kings, which is the most popular and highest grossing game of all time. Ultra's CTO is Michael Dunn, who not only helped establish the World Wide Web, but also held the CTO position at both Dell and Time Warner. Edward Marlum, their CSO, held senior director positions at Apple and Google, as well as probably the most random fact in this video, founding Sky Vodka. Wow. So in order to become the Web3 Steam or Web3 App Store for all the games, Ultra said they went directly to the top developers in the world and asked them what would it take to publish games for their platform. And then they went ahead and created that exact software for these gaming developers. And those features are pretty awesome. Ultra gives developers a bigger percentage of the game's sale price compared to Steam, Apple, and Google, instantly making them 18% more revenue every time they sell a game. Secondly, Ultra has incentivized these gaming companies to bring their current customers along, because not only do they get 18% more revenue from when they buy their games, but anytime that you've recommended a person to the Ultra store and they go ahead and buy anything in the store, you get a 2% kickback. And this is obviously made very easy by smart contracts. They've made it super simple for developers to move their games over by being able to port it directly from Steam into Ultra. And as games on Ultra will actually be NFTs, they're implementing this structure to finally allow gaming developers to actually make a cut off secondary market sale. You can imagine back in 2010 when you buy a PS4 game, and then you finish the game, and then you sell it to your friend for say $50, the gaming developer doesn't see a penny of that. Well, now they actually can. There are a lot of other really cool features that Ultra is implementing. We have a full video breakdown if you want to go and watch that. Now, if you're passionate about Web3 and finding underpriced tokens before they get mainstream attention, one of the best things that we've personally found is tracking the largest crypto whales and largest crypto influencer wallet. And then we went ahead and set up tracking alerts for these exact wallets. So you know exactly what these whales and influencers are buying when they're buying it, which means you can see what they buy before they shill it to their millions of followers. So for example, if you're a big follower of Alex Becker, instead of waiting for him to post about this project that he just found on Twitter and it's already up 300%, you'll be able to get an alert across all of his wallets when he buys a new project, allowing you to research it and make your decision if you wanted to get in before it goes out to the public. Now, we've set all this software up in our Patreon for you to use. We also give you rising crypto cheat sheets for any new projects. And right now we're breaking down every single project in the top 1,000 cryptocurrencies and plotting them on a graph to find these underpriced gems. We only open up spots when we drop videos like these, and we very often sell out. So if you want to get ahead of the mainstream, there'll be a link in the description for you. And for everybody else, keep enjoying the free stuff. Which takes me to the third crypto alternative of this bull run. Because over the last week, we saw the metaverse narrative get a very healthy injection of life and pump it. Decentraland was up 40%, Sandbox was up 35%, and even ApeCoin was up 20% in the last week alone. But once again, although these are all pretty amazing projects, they all have really high market caps, which is just really high to move the needle any more than a couple 100%. I mean, Sandbox alone has over $180 million of daily trading volume. Just imagine how much this would impact the price of a crypto that only has a $10 million market cap. And funny enough, there is a $10 million market cap metaverse crypto that a lot of crypto enthusiasts that are really deep in the world are loving. And that is called Affen. which launched in January of 2022. They currently have a $9.5 million market cap and a very solid looking team. Their chief product officer has worked at both EA Games and Unity, and their chief development officer worked at both Nintendo and Disney. They secured $20 million of funding and are building a free-to-play, play-to-earn, geolocation-based metaverse that converges the virtual and real world. And rewards that users are earning in those virtual worlds can of course be used in the real world. Wow, utility. Their graphics are pretty awesome and they have a focus to create a sustainable play-to-earn economy, which is always refreshing to hear. But my favorite part about this project is that they're currently implementing some really cool technology called augmented reality activities, which was inspired by Pokemon Go. An example of a campaign for an augmented reality activity is an announcement will be made that 20 wildlife buddies will be attacking a local shopping mall this weekend. Players who capture them will earn rewards, while the one who captures the green monster will win a grand prize, a trip for two to Paris. Now this is amazing because you can see this as a sustainable value structure, because a prominent mall would definitely be putting up money for a promotion to hide these Pokemon-esque characters around the mall and have thousands and thousands of people come and try and find them, and of course spend some money to shop there. So everything about this project excites me apart from one specific thing. And if you don't look out for these things in the crypto world, you're going to probably not do very well. And that is its fully diluted market cap. It's $40 million, which unfortunately means there's going to be a lot of token inflation over the next couple of years that would eat into your gain. But of course, it still does have a lot of potential because even something like Sandbox has a fully diluted market cap of $1.5 billion, meaning there's a lot of dilution to come there as well. So if you want to see more and learn more, remember the Patreon link is in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.